doing to me.
Well, we got you, we want to pick your brain.
I want to go get a picture.
We want to pick your brain.
Oh, pick my brain. Well, some things I can't remember, you know, it's so long ago, but.
When was that?
Well, I wasn't even married, so I'm nearly 100. I was 19 then.
Let's see. You're nearly 100?
Yeah.
You look about 73.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Let's see, my birthday's what day?
Well, July the 3rd.
July the 3rd.
Next month, she'll be 98.
98. Does it seem like yesterday when you were in your teens?
When I what?
Does it seem like yesterday when you were in your teens?
No, it don't.
Seemed like a long...
But I live by myself.
Did it seem like it was... Oh, you still live by yourself?
I live by myself. Yeah. And but I don't cook. They bring me food.
Who brings it?
My two daughters. Got two daughters, but of course they're both married. And
so you're 98 years old and you live by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
What's the secret?
What's the secret?
Yep.
Well, I have a walker, but I can, walk and hold on. Something else, but yeah. I make my bed, and, wash the dishes.
Well, why is it some people are 85 and can't get out of the bed and you're 98 and you come out here on Sundays?
Why can't I get out of bed?
I mean, no, why is it some people your age
can't get out?
Yeah. What's the difference? Did you have a secret?
Well, no, I know one thing. I love the Lord.
That helps.
And I always went to church, but I can't go now. I just can't. And I hate that so bad. I just hate I can't go to church. And and I drove too all the time, and I don't drive anymore. Still got my car.
You walked in here by yourself.
I did. Yeah, I can walk by myself, but
was your whole family always healthy?
They all were pretty healthy. It's my knees that bothers me that I can't walk too good. I could walk a lot better, but they got something I can put on it and rub it, but it's gone in no time.
Does that help?
Oh yeah, it helps, but...
Are you from Ooltewah?
Born in Ooltewah.
Which part of Ooltewah? Which there's not many parts, is there? I mean, like south or north? Towards Cleveland or towards Chattanooga?
We lived on a farm. My grandma and grandpa had a farm, and they had a house, and my daddy worked on the farm, and so that's where we lived for a long, long time.
Was that in Ooltewah also?
Yeah, that was in Ooltewah too, wasn't it?
Yeah, you called it the Flatwoods.
Yeah, we called it, that's where we lived, we called it in the Flatwood.
Wonder why they call it that.
Why did they call it? Because it was just off of the road and down in the woods. We lived in the woods. And behind the house, we had a big pond.
Uh-huh.
And so that's where my mama had to go and wash clothes and, had a, do you know what a wash stick was? Wash machine? No, one that's black.
Is that the one that
that's where we had to heat the water in it, put fire under it. Huh?
A kettle?
Yeah, but it was big. It was.
So you didn't have a, let's see. If you're 98, you were born what year?
1923.
Before the Depression.
Yeah, I guess so. It was. Some things I can't remember.
So your mother was born when?
Now, I can't remember when she was born.
Probably 1900 or something, right?
I guess it was.
So did you? You've seen Ooltewah take a lot of changes, obviously,
I'm
right?
telling you, it sure has.
You
But
can't
I
even.
live in Appleton now. Just moved to Appleton, and I don't know why.
Is Appleton is considered? I consider that Ooltewah, but you don't, do you?
What now?
I consider Appleton Ooltewah, but you don't consider it the same thing, right?
No, I sure don't, because Ooltewah was further, to me, that was further away.
Now, what about Collegedale?
Oh, that's between Ooltewah and, I mean, that's between Appleton and Ooltewah, Collegedale is. If I'm saying anything wrong, you can tell me.
All right.
Because, my goodness, I can't remember everything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I think, I'm so glad I remember. And then, you know.
Is it that you just have so much in your mind that you forget? You know, you got a lot in there, 98 years of living.
Yes, I know I've got a lot in there, still in there, but I just can't remember all of it.
Well, how do you stay so healthy? What's your secret?
Well, I don't know whether I can tell you or not, but I know one thing. I love the Lord, and I still do. And my daddy was a preacher, and he took all my life. I went to church, and I always loved that. But see, I can't go now.
What church was he? What denomination?
You probably don't remember it back then, and it's Jesus only.
Jesus only. I don't remember that.
Well, I think some people didn't know that either, but I don't know why they called it Jesus only.
What was it similar to?
It's just a church.
Was it similar to Baptist?
Oh. You know, I don't even know. I guess it was a church, they called them the Church of God. Do you ever remember that?
Yep. So it was it's sort of like the Church of God, I guess.
But don't really seem like it was, I can't remember that hardly.
Do you remember going to Oak Ridge around 19 years old?
Sure do remember that. And we didn't know what we were doing.
Why did they pick you? Why did you go? Who picked you?
Well, I think they were, getting women, and I was 19.
Was you in high school or what?
No, I was already through high school. I was 19, and yet I lived in Oak Ridge.
But not till you went and worked there, right?
Until I went to work there. And
Well, how did you know they were recruiting women?
I can't remember that. Maybe just because I wanted to.
Did you go up there with some people, other people from Ooltewah? Did you know people when you went
Yeah, I
there?
knew some other people that, worked up there. I guess some of them was from Ooltewah. Now, I can't remember everything. I'm
It's all right.
pretty old, but I sure remember a lot.
So when you went there, what did it look like?
To Oak Ridge.
Yeah. Does any of these pictures look like it?
It was they called them dormitories.
Well, does that look like some of them?
Uh-huh. And you know, we had a room in a dormitory.
Can you see that, Glenn?
What in the world do y'all want this for?
Just interested. So this book, so you're one of the girls of the Atomic City.
Yeah, you know which one's me?
No.
And we all had to wear dresses. I tell you, they wouldn't let women. That's
My
me.
glasses.
That's me right there. See, I had on a dress. I had those pretty flowers on it.
Let me get my glasses. So you're in the picture?
Yeah, that's me right there. This one's got flowers in the dress, or whatever it is on the dress. Yeah, I don't know. We must have had to wear dresses.
There's a couple more pictures.
That looks like you.
Duh.
Yeah.
Seeing my hair was as black as Coley's hat. I tell you, that I had a lot of hair.
That's from being from Ottawa. Some of this. That's Seminole.
Maybe it was from
Isn't that the Seminole Indians settled around there? They had
No,
black hair. Maybe it's Cherokee. Why do they call it the untold story?
The what?
Why do they call it the untold story?
I don't know what you said.
It says the untold story.
Oh, well, I guess we're supposed to not tell nothing about it at that time. And so we didn't.
Did you know what you were doing there?
No,
You just knew it was for the war?
just knew it what?
Did you just think it was for the war? The
Yeah.
war effort?
Yeah, something like that.
How much did they pay you?
I think it was, I can't remember, but I think it was $1.98 an hour.
How long did you stay there?
I guess at least three years, I guess. Now I can't remember everything. You won't either.
I won't either. I still. What's these?
Well, that's some of them that was there.
Did you know them?
Well, I can't even remember if I knew, but I knew a lot, but I can't even.
Did you like living there?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Why did they pick you? Did you have some kind of experience with that or what?
No, I think it was just a job.
What did you do there?
I mean, we didn't know that at that time we were making the atomic bomb, but so they had a big machine, and we had to help put pipes, on it, and see that's what something run through that or something, I guess, making the atomic bomb.
Was there a lot of people there with you working?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was it like a city? I mean, did
Well-
you have movies to go to?
What now?
Did you have movies to go to when you were there?
I can't remember that, if we had a movie or not. It's a lots of pictures in there, and
What do you remember most about it?
most about it,
Yeah.
I just remember working in Oak Ridge and making the atomic bomb.
Do you remember when they bombed Pearl Harbor?
Yeah.
That was before, right?
Huh?
That was before you went to Oak Ridge, right?
Now that I can't remember. I guess it was.
In this book, they have where y'all went skating.
Went skating.
Yeah, in Oak Ridge.
Now there's me right there.
Which one?
See there?
How you know that's you?
Well, that's me. and that was, I guess that must have been my boyfriend.
What was his name?
I don't remember that.
What was the music playing then?
I don't remember if they had music or not.
Was it
I
Glenn
don't know.
Miller? Or
Huh?
what was the music of the day?
I don't remember what the music was.
What was the music when you were a teenager?
We had a radio, I guess, and then you could. I don't know. Some things I can't remember. But I guess I got all the writing in there.
Well, you don't look like you was having too bad of a time.
Oh no, wasn't. I sure was a little person then.
You were looking at the camera.
Yeah,
You must have known this taking the picture.
yeah, I guess so. Everybody there, they was.
And who was? You don't know who that guy was?
I don't even remember.
Well, he's holding your
Maybe
hand. You're holding
Must
his
have been
hand.
my boyfriend.
Did y'all have boyfriends back then?
Yeah.
Did you have any there that you remember?
Well, that picture there, yeah. I remembered.
Him?
I don't remember now. I guess he's dead and gone.
Whenever y'all,
What?
if they had skating there, they must have had movies.
I guess we did. I told you now, I can't remember everything.
Are you in any of this one?
What now?
Are you in these pictures?
Might have been in one of these or one of these up here. I don't know. I can't tell you that.
Do you remember when it was over?
Well, yeah, oh yeah, everybody was just tickled to death.
How come?
'Cause the war was ended.
Oh. That's right. That picture's right here. War ends.
Mhm.
Did it end right after they dropped the bomb?
I guess that's what I guess. I can't remember everything. That's why they did it. Dropped the atomic bomb.
August 14th, 1945. The Oak Ridgers and people everywhere celebrated the end of World War II.
Yeah. And thank the good Lord, I'm still living.
And you won't tell us why you're still living.
I won't tell you why.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, tell him you've done everything that you've been able to do all these years. You've never quit.
oh, ever since then,
Yeah, you've always done what you could do.
huh?
You've always done what you've been able to do.
Yeah, I can do that.
What did you do for a profession?
I guess that's the only thing was I worked at Oak Ridge.
That was it? That was all your work career?
Then you got married, right?
Huh?
You got married after the war.
Yeah, I did. I got married when I was 19. I don't think I ever worked anymore. My husband didn't want me to work anymore.
What did he do?
Just worked at home.
What did he do?
He was in the He was in the,
He worked for the county.
yeah,
Drove a
the
bulldozer.
Hamilton County.
Hamilton County.
I hope I can tell you. I mean, I don't lie. So I hope what I'm telling you, I just remember.
What do you remember most about the 40s, 1940s, or 50s?
I guess I like working at Oak Ridge. And, you know, we lived in a dormitory.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and we had to get up in the morning and go to the cafeteria to get something. You know, that's where we eat.
What do they usually serve?
I guess it's about the usual things people eats now, eggs and
Did they have
bacon.
lunch there too?
What now?
Did they have lunch in the cafeteria?
I can't think that, but I guess we really did, because we couldn't cook in those dormitories, so we wanted food.
So they didn't have a kitchen in it. They were just rooms.
Yeah, rooms and bathrooms.
How many was in a building?
Oh, I couldn't tell you that at all, but there was a lot.
Did you ever go inside Knoxville while you was there, or did you just stay inside?
Yeah, we'd go to Knoxville shopping.
Mm-hmm. But you weren't supposed to say what you were doing.
Wasn't supposed to.
You weren't supposed to tell. You weren't supposed to tell what it says here. Lose.
We wasn't supposed to tell anything what we were doing, and I sure didn't.
This in here says what you see here, what you do here, what you hear here. When you leave here, let it stay here. Well, that's complicated, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did nobody say nothing?
No, well, I don't know about other people, but I sure never did.
Did you ever ride a bus back to Cleveland or back to Ottawa and visit?
Mm-hmm.
Or did you stay just there?
That's where that's where I was born, in Ottawa, and I guess my family, some of them was still living there.
Did you meet anybody that you still know today that was at Oak Ridge? Or did you meet any lasting friendships?
I can't think of any right now. I ain't very good telling you anything, but
We're getting there. So, do you know the person that wrote this book?
I don't know who wrote it. I guess it's in there somewhere.
Well, how did you get on the cover?
How'd I get on what?
The cover?
I don't know.
Are there any more pictures of her in here?
Always
No, just
dresses.
the skating in the front.
You were the only one in here with the flowers on your dress.
Yeah. Oh, I thought they were really pretty.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 20 women, and you're the only one that had a dress on with flowers.
Though they all had dresses.
But
Oh,
you're the
you
only
mean
one that
with
had
the
flowers. Were you sort of in style then, or?
What do you mean? I like flowers. Oh,
Yeah.
Well, never wore pants then, but
Did no women wear pants?
no, wasn't they all?
Yep.
None of them in there.
I don't think they were allowed to.
But that's what I like to wear now.
What, pants or?
Pants.
Do you feel guilty?
No, and I always wore a dress when I went to church, so never no pants.
That's just tradition, isn't it? Now this woman here, she's on a mission, it looks like.
What do you mean on a mission?
She just looked like she's really. Do you remember getting this picture taken?
On that?
Particular day?
No, I can't remember. When we got, you mean when we got the picture made?
Yeah.
I can't really remember that. That's so long ago.
How long ago was that? That'd been 20 years. That'd been
How old was I?
That'd been 78 years ago.
Yeah.
Some people don't even live
Could
that
you
long.
I know it.
When you get old as me, could you remember?
I can't remember stuff now. What do you remember about these times? The 40s and the 50s.
Well, I think I already said to you, though, didn't I, that we got to go to Knoxville
Mm-hmm.
and shop. Did I say that?
Yep.
Yeah, well, we did that, and
Everybody was happy after the war, though, it was over, wasn't
oh yeah, everybody was.
it? Everybody was getting married.
Huh?
Everybody got married afterwards.
I don't know if all
Had
of them did or
kids.
not, but do I look 100 years old?
No, but you're not 100 years old. You're 98.
No, not hardly.
You're 97 in 11 months. Right? What do you remember about the 50s? The 50s
About
era?
the 50s?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about the 50s. I don't know.
How about Elvis? You remember Elvis?
Oh, yeah. Elvis Presley?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him.
Did you ever get to see him?
I don't think so.
Did y'all didn't have TVs in the...
No, we didn't even hardly know what TV was.
What did you do of an evening? Just read?
I don't know, but I sure did love to read.
What'd you read?
Well, just get books out of the library and read them, and
What kind of books? Fiction or...
fiction. I don't know. I can't remember that.
I mean, what kind of books did you read? All kinds?
I think
Yeah,
their favorite book's the
yeah.
Bible.
The
I
Bible.
always loved to read. I
Uh-huh.
always did. Yeah. And I've still got all the books I guess I've got at home that I read, hadn't I?
Yeah.
You read them, then kept them?
Yeah.
What kind of books you read? All kinds or what?
Oh, yeah. Mostly true stories is what I've seen.
Like biographies and
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah, I've still got everything I ever got in my life. I've got a cedar chest full of stuff.
What do you remember about Elvis?
Oh, I liked him. I thought he was such a good-looking boy.
Was it his voice or his looks that you liked?
Well, I don't know that neither one. I just liked him, but I don't know whether I ever really got to see him or not. I don't know. I can't remember that, but I see pictures.
What kind of music did you like?
I guess it's just country music.
Bluegrass.
Like Hank Williams?
Hank Williams. I can't even remember him. Hank Williams.
He was in the Depression era, so she was young, I guess, then. What do you remember about the past the most?
Well, I love the Lord then, because I think I told you my daddy was a preacher.
Yeah?
I went to church all my life.
Wednesday night too?
Yeah. And then I got married when I was 19. I was through school. But my husband been gone. How long did I tell you?
30 years.
30 years. But I've lived by myself because I didn't want to know somebody else. I don't reckon. Never saw anybody I did.
What did he die of?
I can't remember that to save my life.
Really not sure what it was. They didn't know what it was at the time.
I guess he was about 65.
65.
Yeah.
Just retired.
Yep. That's
Yeah,
a shame.
He was young.
Did you like him pretty good?
Did I like him pretty
Yeah.
good? Yeah, I did. And I've got 2 daughters, but the first child I had was a little boy, which that's what I really wanted, me and my husband. But he died when he was, just born, just a little while. So then I've got 2 daughters. They're both married and working for the state of Tennessee.
They live in Chattanooga or where?
No, they don't live in Chattanooga. They live. Where do they live?
They both live in Ooltewah now.
Huh?
They both live in Ooltewah now.
And Ooltewah's got so big.
You can't even drive through it, can you? How long has it been since you drove?
I think I was maybe 20 or something, like 20 years old.
How long did you drive up until?
How long did I what?
How long did you drive?
Well, until really my knees. I guess it's arthritis in my knees, and I can't. I mean, I have to hold something to walk, because I don't want to fall down.
Were you active? An active person?
Yeah, as far as I know, I've always been active.
Do you?
And I love to be doing something. But see, now I can't hardly do anything, only just at home. And so many of my good friends has died, and I guess I see him more often than anybody.
Do you think that it's better to stay busy or better to not do much?
Better stay busy.
Do you think it's better to stay busy or not?
Oh yeah, I'd rather stay busy.
How come?
Now, yeah, 'cause I like to talk to people. I still like to talk to people, but
About what?
anything.
Yeah, she's always been real active, in her church. She drove up until she was 95.
95. That's just 2 years ago.
Yeah.
God.
I've still got my car.
You drink a lot of water?
I try to do that.
You drink any alcohol?
No. I did tell you I still had my car, didn't
Yeah. What kind is it?
I? What is it?
Lincoln.
Huh?
Lincoln.
My car's not a Lincoln, is it?
Well, you got a Lincoln, and then you got the Chevrolet. The white one.
Huh?
The white Chevrolet.
Yeah. Mine's a Chevrolet.
Well, what do you remember about the past that we can talk about?
About the past?
Yeah.
Tell him about your daddy. How he died young.
My daddy, that's so long ago, I can't. But my husband died, didn't I tell you, 39 years ago?
30 years.
And, I never went with another boy. Never got married again. Didn't even want to.
How come?
I just guess I didn't see nobody I did want to. Never even thought about it. He was such a good husband.
What was so good about him?
Well, I mean, everything was good about him. He sure was.
Did he work a lot?
Yeah, he worked at Where'd I tell you he worked?
Chattanooga.
Yeah,
Huh?
for Hamilton County.
Yeah, Hamilton County.
Mm.
Yeah, he worked the county.
Did he go to church with you all those years?
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday night too, or just Sunday morning?
I think we went on Wednesday night too.
Sunday school Sunday mornings, or just church?
Yeah,
Sunday night services too?
yeah.
That's,
Well, you know, my daddy was a preacher. I told you that. So I'd been going to church all my life, and
is that all he did was preach, or did he preach and farm?
Well, he was a farmer too.
What kind?
What kind of a farmer?
Dairy or cattle or?
I can't remember that, but I just know he was.
You know, some things I'd like to forget. Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You know, you worry about memory. Some
You're
things
right.
I'd like to forget.
Mhm. Do you too?
Yeah.
Some-
Yeah.
Her daddy died when she was 13, I believe. He got TB.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, tuberculosis.
Did a lot of people, how'd they get rid of tuberculosis?
Now, you know, I can't remember that.
How did they get rid of tuberculosis?
Uh,
Is it
They might have a vaccine for it. I don't know. Some kind of
a
treatment.
vaccine? Which one is it they didn't get a vaccine for? Was that
A vaccine for what?
have you had the shot for COVID?
COVID?
Yeah.
No,
Are you?
Yeah.
I don't have that, did I?
We think you had it, but we're not sure.
COVID?
Yeah.
If I did, I don't remember.
She got real bad sick October of 2019. She got fluid building up in her lungs.
They didn't know what that was then, did they?
They checked it. They said it's like pneumonia, but it's not pneumonia. She's in the hospital for 2 weeks.
She had it then,
We believe so.
but you hadn't got her the shot?
No.
You
What do
think
you-
I look about 200 years old?
You look about 73.
Now that sounds very good. Wish I was. Wish I was.
Now, you
But-
went to Bradley, right?
Yeah, I did.
So you was, how did you go to Bradley and live in an Uwa?
Well, I live in Apis, and I live right on the line. And
This side of the line?
my address is Hamilton County. And about 2 houses away is Bradley County. Well, I had some cousins
What's the name of that road?
that I live on,
Yeah.
Howardsville. And when you cross the line, it changes into Candies Creek.
Do you know that's where, is that California Lane?
Yep, yeah, it's real close. Yep, real close.
Rocky, does Rocky live over there? You know Rocky?
What's his last name?
And that's where I live, just real close to him. And me and my husband, I helped build that house I live in. And I could just remember being on top of that house, putting on the roof, and still live there.
Still, whose land was that?
Well, we'd had to buy the land.
Was it a subdivision or was it like
No,
just?
wasn't no subdivision. Wasn't no houses on that road hardly at all. And the road wasn't even paved. But it's paved now, and houses, and all where the farms was, there's houses, houses, houses. But they don't ever come to see me.
Who?
None of those people.
People don't do that no more.
Well, they should, 'cause I get so lonely. Sometimes I sit there all day long and don't see a soul.
What do you do?
I just do whatever I can and read. I read a lot in my Bible and just do. I have to wash the dishes. I told you my daughters bring food to me. And
Every night or 3 times a day?
no, they just bring it maybe just once a week, a lot of food. And
Who gets it out for you?
well,
You
I
get
can
it out
do
by-
that.
You got any animals?
No,
No cats? Dogs? Did you ever have any pets?
used to have, but I don't have them now. I like the cats too, but no, I don't have any anymore.
Do you remember when you were living in your house and the kids were young and your husband was there? Do you remember those days like they were yesterday?
Like they were yesterday?
Mhm.
No, I don't remember it because it's been so long.
Are you glad to still be living this long?
Yeah. And you know, and I told you I believe the Lord's coming soon.
What
And-
makes you think that?
Well, so many people, you know, and the things that's going on in this world now, it's so bad. You know that too, don't you?
Yeah, you don't
And-
have to look far to figure that out.
And
But things were bad in the 60s too, right? Do you
Mhm.
remember the 60s?
yeah, and I mean, I keep my doors locked day and night too. But yeah, and I don't want somebody to come and live with me. I just like, you know, living by myself, I guess.
But you would like some company from time to time?
Oh yes, I love company.
What time of the day do you prefer company?
Well, anytime they want to come, and if they just let me eat breakfast.
What do you eat for breakfast?
No eggs. I used to love eggs, but no eggs. I just eat bacon and.
You fry your own bacon?
No, it's already fried. It's bought fried. I have to just heat it up. And well, what do I put with that?
Toast or biscuits,
Yeah, biscuits.
jelly.
They buy me biscuits, you know, that's already made.
Frozen biscuits?
Hmm.
What do you do? Just heat it up or what?
Oh yeah, I heat them up.
In
Yeah,
the
they're
oven?
already cooked.
Well, that's a
Don't
lot
you
of
eat-
work, isn't it?
No.
Don't you eat biscuits? Biscuits?
I don't eat many biscuits.
Well.
Do you drink coffee?
Yeah, I like coffee.
Did your husband like?
Jelly.
Do you like? Did your husband drink a lot of coffee?
Yeah, he liked coffee too.
What did he die of?
We think it was lung cancer.
Well, there's 2 people lived together since they were 19 or 20.
Yeah.
She's living at 98. He died at 65.
He smoked, she didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna live because I told you that. I believe the Lord's coming soon.
If he comes, they may have to knock you in the head to get you to transform.
Oh, I hope they don't knock me in the head because that'd hurt.
Do you get the mail out at your house? You get the mailman?
I've got a mailbox down on the road, but somebody always brings it to me because I can't walk. I told you my knees is what, and I can't walk down there. I live on a hill.
Is she on California Lane?
Howardsville.
Oh, Howardsville, yeah.
Used to be called Hidden Valley Lake Road.
Isn't that a steep hill, sort of?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty wide.
I think I've been out by there. So, what kind of mail do you get at 98 years old?
What kind of mail do
Yeah.
I get now? Well,
Do you worry about debt?
worry about what?
Debt?
Death.
Debt. Like owing people?
Oh, debts.
Yeah.
No, my house is paid for, the land was paid for, and
Was it paid for before he died?
yeah.
I think she told me they gave $200 in a pickup truck.
For the land.
Yeah.
What now?
You give $200 in a pickup truck for that land, I think is what you told me.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't much.
Why did you pick out there?
Why did I what?
Why did you pick there to live?
I don't know why we did.
Had he picked it out?
I don't know. I don't know why. But Ooltewah, and nobody knew where Ooltewah was. They'd ask us where we lived then. Ooltewah. But they sure knew Ooltewah now. Do you know Ooltewah? See?
I used to go to the Ooltewah Church of Christ.
You did.
Yep. Did you remember where that was at?
I know there's a Church of Christ there, but I can't even think right now
My
where
uncle
it was.
preached there for years.
Huh?
My uncle preached there for years.
What? Who was your uncle?
Ted Gobble.
Who?
Ted Gobble.
Gobble?
That's his name, Ted Gobble. He preached at the Ooltewah Church of Christ for years.
Yeah.
And we used to go there to the church and then stop at that ice cream scoop and eat. Was that the name of it?
Ice cream.
Ice cream scoop?
Yeah.
Was that the name of it? I can't remember.
I don't know about the scoop.
But there wasn't anything over. The road just narrowed down to two lanes or one lane.
I went to school at Ooltewah.
Where was it at?
It was at Ooltewah.
Is it still there?
Yeah. And yeah, and I went. I got to go all through high school, but
Is that where you met your husband?
well, he lived in Ooltewah too.
Did you meet him in high school? Was he older or same age?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't going to school where I was going. I don't remember.
Where'd you meet him?
I guess I did know him, but I can't remember him ever going to school where I went.
He was 2 years older than her. He would have been 100 yesterday.
Yeah.
His birthday was
If he hadn't smoked, I guess.
Yep.
That smoking's bad, isn't it?
It is, sure is.
Did they know it then? Did they know it was bad then, smoking?
I guess they did, but they wanted it anyway. I don't know that if
Yeah.
they.
She had 5 sisters.
5 sisters.
She's the last
Yeah,
one.
I did.
Did they all live to be an old age?
They're all gone now.
Were they old also?
They what?
Did they live a long time?
Yeah. They all did live pretty long, didn't they?
Her oldest sister lived to be 99. And if she'd lived 2 more weeks, she would have been 100.
You take a nap during the day?
Now,
Yeah.
law, no.
What time do you get up?
Well, sometimes I get up at 8 o'clock in the morning, sometimes at 8:30, but sometimes at 9.
You go to bed early?
No,
What time?
go to bed about 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock.
Do you watch TV when you go to sleep?
I watch, yeah, some on, if it's something I want to watch on TV, and I think TV is just, I don't know.
Do you ever
Yeah.
wake up in the middle of the night and you've left the TV on?
What now?
Do you ever wake up in the middle of the night and you've left the TV on and you got to turn it off?
But now, I don't know whether I'm supposed to tell you this or not, but I have to go to the bathroom, I don't know, 2 or 3 times a night. And I guess it's 'cause I'm old. I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
Well, that doesn't sound like a lot to me, just 3 times.
It is a lot.
Do you, they bring you meals for you to eat all week? Well, they bring it out for the whole week?
You mean my daughter?
Your daughters, yeah.
No, they bring it a lot on Sunday because they still work.
Yeah.
And so they come to see me every Sunday, and they bring food then, and so I guess I got plenty of food, because I don't want to eat as much as I used to. I don't want that much. But I love sweet stuff.
And Cokes. You drink Cokes?
Yeah, I like Coke.
Peanut butter?
I eat that sometimes.
What do you prefer to eat?
What do I prefer to eat? You mean for breakfast or supper?
Supper.
I can't even remember right now what I ate for supper.
I know what her favorite is. I'll
What?
answer that.
That's what I wanted.
Ice cream.
Ice cream?
Well, I don't eat it. When I've got ice cream, I put it in my freezer in the top, where the freezer stuff. And
How do you dig it out?
I put it in a bowl then.
How do you dig it out of can you dig it out of the box?
Mm-hmm. Put it in a bowl.
So she can dig it out with a scoop?
Well, sometimes I've caught her eating
You
it out of the container.
You can dig it out with a spoon, big
Or you
spoon.
Or you can stick it in the microwave for a minute and it'll soften up.
No.
Do you remember when you got your first washing machine?
I can't remember. I can't remember that. Maybe when I got married. I don't know.
What about presidents? Who do you remember as being a real good president?
President?
Yeah. Because you've seen a lot of them.
Yes, I have.
FDR. John F. Kennedy.
I guess. Did you know him?
No.
Franklin D. Delano Robbins. What was it?
Roosevelt.
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 Yeah. Was he a good president?
Well, the best I can remember, we had every president we had. To me, it seemed like he was good.
Tell him about your mama.
About my mama.
Yeah, how she raised you and all them girls after your father had passed away.
Yes, she did.
If your dad died when you were 13, your mother had a pretty big load on her, didn't she?
Mm-hmm. And you know what? She got a job. They was at Ooltewah High School. I can't. They was doing something. Anyway, they had others working, but she was the boss. My mama was the boss. And yeah, that she did. And you know what? She'd have to walk from where we lived to Ooltewah and work and then walk home. And she sure was a good mama, and daddy too.
She lived to be 98, didn't she?
I think she was 98. My mama.
Is that the only place she worked?
You mean at Oak Ridge?
No, your mother. Is that the only place she worked at the high school?
Oh, the best I can remember, that's the only place. And you know, I don't know if you do or anybody else does, but you know, I'm sitting alone all by myself so much, and I think about, you know, I'll see them when I get to heaven. I just think that's wonderful.
it's almost exciting to go ahead and die, isn't it?
Exciting?
Well, if you said you can't wait to see them.
No, that ain't exciting to me. I don't want to die. I want to live.
But when you die, you'll see them, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. So do you think that that when we die, we're going to immediately see our loved ones?
Now, I don't know that. I don't know that.
What do you think the Bible says? You got an
About
opinion?
that?
Yeah.
I don't know whether I don't know if I've read it in there or not, but I read every night, every day. But hadn't seen that.
So death doesn't scare you?
No, it doesn't scare me, but I just don't want to die. I want to live, to see the Lord come.
Tell him about how you got cancer in the year 2000 from working at Oak Ridge.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. And I can't even remember where I had the cancer.
In your blood.
Yeah. That's been a long time back.
They gave her 5 years, 21 years ago.
Did a lot of people get a disease from working there? A cancer?
Yeah.
Wonder why that is. The
I
radiation?
don't know whether I got it because I worked there or not. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. But the Lord has been so good to me.
So they gave you 5 years to live, and she lived another 21. She lived 21.
Well, 5 years.
Another 16, yeah.
Yeah.
What now?
He said they gave you 5 years to live when you had the cancer. How did you beat the cancer?
I don't remember that. I don't remember what he said.
How'd she beat the cancer?
I think she's beat it 3 times.
3 different ones or the same one?
Same kind kept coming back.
And I think I had to. I don't think I could stay at home. What? I can't remember that. I can't remember everything. You won't either if you live this old.
Some things I like to forget.
Sometimes what?
Sometimes I'd like to forget.
You do?
Yeah. What do you like to do as a hobby? What do you look forward to tomorrow? For tomorrow?
As a hobby?
Yeah.
What is a hobby?
What you do in your spare time?
Oh my goodness. Just anything I've got I can do.
She likes washing her dishes and her clothes.
What about crossword puzzles or?
Oh yeah, I love that.
Where do you get them?
I don't have any now, but sometimes I get me a book full, of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always like, after I got to seeing that, and I like to do that.
How do you know, do you have to look some words up?
Yeah. In
Dictionary?
A dictionary. Yeah.
You know, now they used to have the Webster dictionary. Now they got 4 or 5 dictionaries, different types and names. I mean, who's got the right to be the dictionary?
I know.
I mean, you could change the word of something if you just published your own dictionary, I guess. But she's got the Webster, I'm sure, right?
Yep.
You remember when they used to have encyclopedias to look stuff up?
Mm-hmm. I remember that word, but I don't know if
She's got a whole set.
What year, I reckon?
I think she bought them when my grandmother, her daughter, was in high school.
What was you telling him I had?
Encyclopedias.
Oh yeah, everything I ever got or ever bought, I've kept it.
How old was, so her husband died at 65 and her dad died at 13, when she was 13.
Mm-hmm.
About how old would he have been?
Her father, if he was still alive. I'm not sure.
No, how old was he when he died?
I think he was in his 40s.
Who?
Your father. Do you remember him?
Yeah, I remember my father.
What do you remember about him?
Well, he didn't. He wasn't living long. It seems like before he died. 'Cause then my mama had to go to work, and I was just a kid.
She didn't have any boys. She had only girls.
Yeah, she had 5 girls.
No boys.
Well, I don't know. She might have had one and it died too.
But none that lived, I guess. Was it common for? It was common for babies to die early, right?
I guess it must have been.
Where they have a family cemetery somewhere?
A lot of her family is buried at Siler Cemetery
Which is where?
in Ooltewah.
I don't know. Is that a church or
No, just a cemetery. It's
called Siler?
Siler Cemetery.
Wonder where they got that name.
A what?
Siler Cemetery.
Yeah. Well, it was you don't know where it was?
I do.
Oh.
Was there a church there at one time?
Well, they had that land, and they
The Silers?
yeah, and that's where they made the places to bury them. Is that what you was talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how, and it's called the Siler Cemetery.
Did you know them, the Silers?
Oh yeah.
Why did they start their own cemetery?
Why?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know. I never did ask them.
It wasn't connected to a church?
No, I don't reckon they were. They didn't go to my church anyway.
How'd you know them?
How'd I know them?
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I lived close to them.
They just donated the land to start a
I
cemetery?
guess they did.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I was already living, but didn't even know about that. You don't know a lot of things when you're young. About
No.
everything.
And when you get older, you forget, so you only got a short period there to do any good. Right?
Yeah.
You watch TV?
What I like to watch, but it's got so now, I don't see nothing on TV much till later in the evening, and I like to watch the news. You
Which
know.
news do you watch?
Huh?
What news do you watch?
The world, and the
Like
You know
Fox
what?
News or Channel 3? Local news?
yeah,
Like the weather and that sort of
yeah,
thing?
all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
So what do you do all day if nobody's there and there's nothing on TV and you don't have any crossword puzzles? What do you do?
Well, I read in the Bible. Of course, I don't read. I don't read all the time anyway. But and what else did I do? I do. Well,
She writes every day. You
yeah,
write
I'm
in
writing my books.
Are you?
Ain't that what you're talking about?
Journals, yeah.
Yeah, what I've done that day.
There's stacks of them.
How long have you been doing that?
I can't remember how long I've been doing that.
Wonder when she started.
Probably in her 20s.
Wonder if she was still in Oak Ridge then. Because that would tell a lot, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What are you going to do with these books? Or journals, I guess, right? Or diary. What do you call it?
I guess call it a journal. I've got every one I ever wrote.
Or are they a diary? Remember how
Yeah, diary,
girls
that's what
used to
they-
have a diary?
Yeah, that's what.
Did
I reckon-
everybody do that?
Does everybody?
Did everybody have a diary when they were growing up?
I don't know.
Girls don't do that anymore, do they?
I
Boys
don't know.
wouldn't do it anyway, right?
No.
But see, everything was so different way, way back when I was born and when I was a kid. Now that everything, oh my goodness, what's going on in this world now? And you know, and I'm afraid because I live by myself, and I lock my doors every night and every day too.
Mm-hmm.
I guess nobody'd want nothing I've got. Wouldn't want me either.
What are you going to do with those with your diary?
What am I going to do?
Yeah. Did you write in it today?
No, I hadn't wrote nothing in like that today.
Will you write in it tonight?
Yeah, I can write that in and then. But sometimes I read in them and I think, now, what in the world? What? I couldn't even remember it.
So she'll write tonight. I went on this thing, maybe.
Yeah. We don't read them.
What'd you say your name? I'll have to put your name in there.
D-double-E.
Yeah, that was.
What do you write? A line? This 2 lines or a big line? How much do you write?
Well, if it's a lot of things that's happened, I write a lot, and if nothing's happened much, I don't write much.
Is it a whole page? Is it
Whole
the same?
page of what? You don't know what I write in.
Is it a book? Is it this big?
Yeah.
Just notebooks?
Know what?
Is it just notebooks?
Yes.
I mean, it's not like a fancy
No.
diary
Well,
thing.
I want to ask you this.
All right.
Why in the world did you want me to, or him bring me to talk to you and he's listening. I know that because I look over there
Yeah.
sometimes. Now, why did you want me to do that?
Because you're 98 years old and you was in Oak Ridge.
Oh, because I worked in Oak Ridge.
Yeah. You've
Yeah,
lived in Newdwall your whole
I showed you my
life.
picture there on the,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I was young and
I think she took that job to help her mother.
That's what I was thinking.
I did what?
You took that job to help your mother, you know, pay some bills,
I
I
guess I can't even remember that.
Do you remember when your mother died?
You mean the year or something?
Yeah.
I can't remember that.
Well, you got anything you'd like to tell us, young guys, young people?
Like anything to tell you
Yeah.
what?
You got any advice to give us?
Well, see, I don't know what y'all do.
Well, we're just living like everybody else.
Just keep a living.
Just keep a living. So you eat bacon, you drink Cokes, you drink coffee, you don't go to bed early. So you do everything that you're supposed to not do.
I do everything that what?
You do everything. I thought you weren't supposed to eat bacon. Isn't bacon supposed to be bad for you?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's supposed to be bad for your health.
Must not have been bad for me. I'm still eating it.
You drink Diet Coke or real Coke?
I like the real Coca-Cola. And I hadn't drunk that.
Do you eat cornbread?
Oh, yeah, I love cornbread. And you know what I love, too?
What?
When I used to love milk, I'd crumble up that cornbread and put it in the milk. Did you ever do that?
Yeah, buttermilk or just milk?
No, not no buttermilk for that.
I like
But I like buttermilk anyway.
I like to put pepper in it.
Pepper?
Pepper and a little salt.
I wouldn't want no pepper.
Yeah, I like a little pepper on it. Why don't you eat eggs anymore?
I don't know. I just got eat them all my life till I got. I can't even hardly stand to think about them right now. I guess it's 'cause you get older and you don't want to.
Do you eat hamburger meat?
Yeah.
And you eat desserts?
Oh,
Sweets?
yeah, I love dessert.
Like what? Pecan pie?
What?
Pecan pie?
Oh, yeah.
Buttermilk?
You make pecan pie?
Yeah. Buttermilk pie?
Yeah. Cookies, cake. I buy a cake sometimes.
Yeah. So
But I couldn't make a cake now if I had to, I don't guess.
you had to put an egg in it.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what you put in an egg.
So you don't have any secrets to living long.
Don't have any secrets.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
For living long. Why have you lived so long?
The good Lord's let me live this long. He sure has. And I thank him, praise him for that. You go to church?
Yeah.
Okay.
It helps.
Does he go to church too?
Oh yeah, he goes.
Oh yeah, he does
He
too.
goes more than I go.
Well, I can't figure out how come
'Cause you're 98 years
you
old.
wanted me
He asked me to
to
bring
come and talk.
Yeah.
Well, where'd you meet him?
Facebook.
But I've enjoyed meeting you.
Well, I've enjoyed talking to you
Too.
too and meeting
Yeah.
you. I never had